Hello world. I have a message for all attractive people. Get over yourselves. My reasoning behind this thought process is my friend developed a crush on a bartender at our favorite bar. And they ended up having a falling out. But in the meantime, I kind of developed a crush on one of the other bartenders. And we exchanged numbers. We got into really good conversations. We have a lot in common. And he just stopped texting me. And I think my misstep here was that I told another one of my friends that I thought he was attractive, that I liked him. I'm pretty sure that friend ended up going to the bar and telling him. Which usually I don't care all that much, but it probably freaked him out. And now he doesn't want to talk to me because he thinks I'm like some crazy psycho bitch. Which isn't true at all. Like, if I ask you a question and you take 4 days to get back to me, I don't care. You're clearly busy or don't want to talk to me. And if you don't want to talk to me, then fine. Don't. But what I've noticed across the board is that attractive people think that as soon as somebody has a crush on them, this person is going to turn psycho and stalk them, which is not true. Usually what happens is someone will develop a crush on you and you write them off completely. Somebody leaves brokenhearted from being rejected. So here's my solution. Don't write anyone off. Don't write anyone off in your book, because the thing is, I live in the friend zone. I'm in the friend zone more often than I date. And I think that's the same for a lot of people. But I can't tell you how many times I've had men tell me, hey, look, we're just friends, or ignore me, and I stop talking to them, and they stop talking to me, and a few months later, they start talking to me again, as friends. And they'll come back and they're like, well, now I've gotten to know you, and you're really cool. I'm sorry that I told you I didn't like you. I like you now. Well, that ship has sailed, sir, and I don't like you anymore. I'm sorry. What is happening is you're not taking the chance and the opportunity to actually get to know this person. You're not going to get a physically perfect person. It's not going to happen. I had a guy that I started talking to before I transferred schools, and I started talking to him online before I transferred to a school, and he seems like a really cool guy, and we had a lot in common. And he picked me up from work one day before the school started, and he stopped talking to me, and I had no idea why, but I kind of just like moved on. Anyway, a couple of weeks later, I got to know his cousin, and me and his cousin got to be really good friends, and his cousin told me it was because I have cerebral palsy. I'm sorry, excuse me? Like, this guy, here I am, I think I'm pretty attractive, and I get along with anybody, I'm pretty cool as it is. Here's this guy that's telling me that I don't like you because you're not physically attractive. Well, it's not gonna happen. He's eventually gonna get over himself because he's not gonna find anyone that's perfect. Anyway, that's my solution. Don't write anyone off in your book. And if there's somebody that there's just not a spark with, but they think there is, be upfront with them. Don't just stop talking to them. Like, don't just ignore them completely. Be upfront with them. Say, hey, look, I don't like you. We can be friends, and that's awesome, but I don't want to lead you on. I don't like you. Yes, it might sting for a little bit, but it's like punishing a 5-year-old for not listening to you. Yes, you're going to put them in timeout and they're going to be like, Mom, no, why would you do that? But eventually they're going to get over it and move on and probably break another rule and get into timeout again. So, you're going to tell this person, hey, I only see you as a friend, and they're going to be hurt for a little bit. But then they're going to move on and find someone that sees them as more than that. And as far as this guy goes, I've kind of already written him off because I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to talk to me anymore. I've realized that maybe, even though I only text him once every 2 days, if I'm not continuing a conversation, like if I have a legitimate question, I will ask you that question. But if it's just out of the blue, I'm not going to text you every day. I know everybody has a life. And so, yes. Anyway, I think that's it. Just get over yourself. Don't write to, and don't be mean about it. Like, what happened with too many people that I know of, living in a college town, women are always looking for relationships, most likely, and men are not. All they want is a fuck buddy. But men will lead the women on to get them into bed, and I'm finding that maybe if you're upfront about it, you're gonna find that girl that really doesn't care. And I also find that a lot of men won't give a girl the time of day if they don't get them into bed within a couple of weeks. Like, I'm not like that. I have to be in a relationship. I have to love you. I can't just give myself away. It's just, and some people are like that. Some people can, and they just look at sex as like a physical act, which, I mean, technically it is, and you can totally do that. But my personal view is that I have to be in a relationship with you, and I mean, ideally I would be married just because my religious beliefs, and so that would be great. But I know men don't usually typically wait for that, but I find that in a college town, I lose a lot of potential friendships because I won't sleep with the guy. So he stops talking to me, and I love having friends. I love it. You can't have too many friends. Boyfriends come and go, but friends are usually always there. So like if I'm talking to a guy and he stops talking to me and it develops into a friendship, great. If it develops into a relationship, awesome. I mean, it's probably going to end, most likely, but friendships usually don't. I don't know. That's just, give people the time of day, and again, and keep your eyes on your own path. That's another thing, because there's too many people that are willing to intrude on other one's lives. Okay. Love you.